Hello everyone, so happy you're here today. We're going to be making a fun fold card. Look at this cute card. So this one was the one that I made, I think it's been a few months now, but it's a smaller version of the card we're going to make today. So this is the one we're going to make, but in a different color. And you're going to pull this down here and then look. Hi Stampers, this is Dawn and today we're going to make a cute little fun fold card. We're making a birthday card. This is the one we're going to make today. So you're going to pull the bottom piece and it's going to pull out and then it's going to flap up. And then you got a little message part in the center that you can write even more messages. Okay, so we're going to make this one button with the Bermuda Bay color. And then I also made a Christmas version with the designer paper from the holiday catalog, but it's got a bunch of Christmas messages on there. Isn't that cute? All right, and then you might remember this one. We used the chickens. I love it. Now I have the link to this video listed above or below in the description box, so you can check out this video if you want to make this one. So this one says, have a happy day. Happy birthday, you're still a spring chicken. Isn't that cute? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I want to do a shout out to Rachel Tessman. She had done a larger size card, which is the one we're going to make today, slightly different, of my smaller version. So, and I thought her envelope on using this card for the moving part is awesome. So we're going to reduplicate that, what she did on her card. But these are the pieces we're going to use. You're going to use the Bermuda Bay. This is cut at. We're going to score and cut this piece. And then a piece of basic white, which is cut at 3 3/4 by 9 15/16. Okay, and we're going to score that together. Then you're going to need 3 pieces of designer paper. This piece is cut at Okay, so let's grab our paper trimmer. Okay, so this is your 5 1/4 by 9 3/4. And we're going to first score on the 9 3/4 inch side across the top. We're going to score it at 5 1/2. Okay, so when you score this, you're going to notice that the left side is longer than the right side. Okay, so we're going to turn it and we're going to put it on the long side up at the top. Here, let me fold this. Plus, I need to fold it to see where I'm cutting down to. So I'm just going to fold this so you can see the guide right there. There's your 5 1/2. So the smaller piece of the end is going to go towards me, and then the larger end is going to go at the top. And we're going to use my side part of my trimmer. We're going to line this up at a 1/2 inch, and we're going to score the whole side piece. Okay, then we're going to take our piece here at the 1/2 inch, tiny mark right past the 1/2. And we're going to cut, but only cutting down to the 5 1/2 inch score line. And you can feel it when you're cutting with that score line, especially if you fold it, you can feel it, okay? Then we're going to flip it over and do the exact same thing on this side. So 1/2 inch, we're going to score the whole piece. Okay. Now we're going to grab our basic white piece. This is 3 3/4 by 9 15/16. So remember, that's the tiny mark right before the 10. Okay. So along the 9 15/16, we're going to score it at 4 3/4. Let me open up my arm here. I'm going to slide it down to 5 1/2. And then 6 1/4. That 6 1/4 is on that dark part of the trimmer. So you just, like, if the light catches it, you can see it really good. So it's right there. Okay, envelope. And these are clear translucent envelopes. You get 50 in a pack, and you can actually use these for mailing cards. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut our envelope at 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So I'm just going to actually cut it a little bit bigger because I got to cut this edge and that edge. So I'm just going to cut at the 8th mark right past the 2 1/4. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut both pieces the same. Okay, so now you can see why I'm going to cut it a little bit bigger. So I'm going to cut this envelope piece here. Can you see that? how that's attached right here on this edge. So what I'm just gonna line that up at actually 2 1/4. So then that's gonna make it in 2 pieces. And then I'm gonna go ahead and turn it. I'm gonna cut it again at 2 1/4. Okay, so now we have 2 pieces. You're only gonna need 1, but you're gonna get 4 per envelope. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one. So we're gonna cut this at 2 1/4. Because this one's actually attached on 2 sides. So that's why I just cut it a smidge bigger, so then I can actually cut it down to the 2 1/4. So there's my other 2. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and move our trimmer. So I'm going to take one of those clear envelopes and I'm going to put the tear and tape here. Let me bring in my cardstock so maybe you can see that better. And I definitely can see that better. So I'm going to take the tear and tape and I'm going to put that on the top and the bottom edge of that 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 piece of that envelope. Okay, so we got that ready. All right, now we're going to take our scissors. We're going to cut at the 5 1/2, but I'm going to cut that at an angle, just like that. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and burnish our score lines. Let me go ahead and do that. On this piece, you're going to also notice when you fold it up, so the peak or the mountain fold is going to be in the center, just like this. So let me fold this up so you can see how that's going to go in the center. So you have this piece right here. So just like this section here, this piece is going to be a little bit short on this end, just like this is. Can you see that? All right, so let me grab my tear and tape again. We're going to put our center section of our basic white together. So where this is a W, we're going to adhere this closed. So we're going to flip it over and put a strip of tear and tape right next to the score line. I'm going to peel the backing off. I'm going to seal that up. Okay, so then there's our fold to our card for the pull-out part. Now for this piece here, we're going to go ahead and put our tear and tape. Now see, this is going to wrap around to the back side of the card. So we're going to put our tear and tape on these 2 edges right here. Okay, I almost forgot. There's another piece of basic white that we need for the center piece right here. This piece is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 1/2, scored in half at 2 3/4. Okay, so we're going to fold this in half. And we're going to do some stamping. So let me grab all the stamps, show you the stamp sets that we're using, because this card, there's a lot of space for greetings. Okay, so we're going to use the Sunny Sentiments, hoping your birthday is filled with all the best things. And then we're also using the Happy Birthday, You Really Are the Best from the In Bloom stamp set. Then I'm using Simply Succulents, You Make the Ordinary Extraordinary. Isn't that cute? This Hydrangea Haven. We're using The World is Better Because of You. And then I went ahead and already stamped the It's Your Day, Enjoy It, and that's from the Happiest of Birthdays, and that's going to be for the front. And what I did for that is I cut it out with the stitched rectangle dies. Use this one for the basic white and the greeting. And this die measures 1 1/2 by, say, 3 3/8. Okay, and then the Bermuda Bay I cut out with the next size up with that one. Okay, so I went ahead and did that. Okay, so now my card, when I'm pulling it to open it, and you want to know this when you're decorating this section, especially if you're stamping on it. If you just want to add some designer paper or something, it really won't matter. But when I'm pulling this out, this message is going to be inside of here, right? So it's going to be attached to this middle section right there. So when I'm pulling this, I want my greeting to come out the right way facing me or the receiver of the card. And then when this pops up, then that's got to be facing the person as well. Okay, so when you're stamping, just keep that in mind. So we're going to stamp the first one with, when the card is first open, we're going to put it towards me. So we're going to stamp with the Memento ink. And there's no particular reason how I'm stamping this. It's just I want all these greetings. I know I want the happy birthday greeting maybe on this side over here. Maybe we'll do that one over here. So we're going to put this in here. So I want this facing up. So I'm going to stamp happy birthday. You really are the best. Okay. And then for this one over here, I want it facing myself. So I'm actually stamping it upside down. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and stamp this on that first flap out, just like that. So when the card is pulled out, it's going to look like this. Okay, so it's going to pop up, and then this is going to pop up this way. Okay, so then we also have another space right here to stamp on. So I'm going to stamp "The world is better because of you." I'm going to stamp this here because that's a cute greeting for a birthday. Now this is the first greeting that they're going to see when they pull it open. Okay, and then the final one we're going to use the "Hoping your birthday is filled with all the best things." We're going to stamp that on the inside. Now also you want to remember, let me show you the finished card. You're going to have a piece of designer paper down here at the edge. So you don't want anything to like be shown down here. Okay, so make sure you're stamping it up towards the middle of the card. Okay, so we're going to stamp that right about here. Okay, that looks really good. All right, now we're just going to go ahead and put the card together. Okay, so first we're going to take the envelope and we're going to peel off one side of the tear and tape. Remember we put the tear and tape on both ends of your 2 1/4 by 2 1/4 piece of your envelope, and we're going to flip this over. Now nobody's going to see this piece. I actually got something on there, it looks like. Okay, so we're going to actually flip the sticky part over, and we're going to put this right onto the edge, kind of centering it right on the edge of that front fold there. Just like that. Remember, your shorter end is up on top here, and then your longer end is on the bottom. So make sure that's on the top. Then we're going to take our base of our card, and you're going to flip this piece over. Remember, you still have your tear and tape back here, so just keep that backing on there until we kind of line this all up first. You're going to flip it over on itself, and then you're going to pull the card. So this is the way the card's going to be inside of the Bermuda Bay piece, right? So you're going to pull this out, making sure this envelope piece is laying flat, and you're just going to pull it out until you see the envelope just peeking out. Can you see that right there? So I'm just going to go in a little bit more. Right about there is right where I want it. And then I also want to line it up between the edges. Okay, so make sure the envelope doesn't quite show. Right about there. Okay, so that's where we want it. And then we're going to take your pick tool, and we're going to pull that backing off of that tear and tape. Grab that. And then we're going to close up the card. Seal that up into that inside piece of that Bermuda Bay. And then you can see once the card is closed and sealed up, this is what the card should do, just like that. Okay, isn't that cute? All right, now we can go ahead and seal up the card on the back. Now the card is ready to decorate. You're going to pull it, and then flaps open like that. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, so now let's go ahead and put our centerpiece into the inside part right here. So I'm also going to put some tear and tape on both sides of this middle section. So I'm going to go ahead and peel that off. I'm going to peel off both sides. Then we're going to take our greeting. Remember, we stamped this previous to putting the card together, and make sure you're going to put this the right way. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this up, and I'm just going to make this edge right here fit into that edge of that front flap, and then line it up with that edge, and I'm going to press that down just like that. Okay, so it's pressing down. Then I'm going to take some Stampin' Seal, and I'm going to put some Stampin' Seal on one of the edges so it actually seals up really nicely, just like that. Isn't that cute? Now there's like a hidden message in there when the card is actually activated. I love it. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and put our designer paper on our card. So this is 3 7/8 by 3 5/8. And then the inside is your 3 1/2 by 3 1/2. That should fit on there perfectly. Yep. So we're going to put that on the inside. Now you could put another greeting in the inside if you wanted up top. Just like that. Okay, so then it gets tucked up in there. Isn't that cute? So that's going to go there. Okay, so that's going to go at the bottom. Just like that. Isn't that cute? So it's actually going to look like this. So you see all those greetings in there? I love it. All right, now we're going to go ahead and decorate the front. I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. I'm going to go ahead and put some ribbon. I'm going to use I think this is the Pool Party sheer ribbon. So pretty, but it looks really nice with the Bermuda base. So I'm going to grab my scissors. Just going to cut a big old chunk of it off. And then we're going to put some adhesive right in the center. And then I'm just going to loop it around. I'm just going to stick that on that adhesive in the center. Just like that. And then we're going to put 2 dimensionals on either side to kind of anchor down that ribbon. Really nice. And we're going to put this one right over top of it. And then take my scissors and trim the edge off of the ribbon. A smidge. Just like that. So let's pull this open here. So it's your day. Enjoy it. And then when they pull it, the world is better because of you. And then it says, you make the ordinary extraordinary. And then this says, happy birthday, you really are the best. Hoping your birthday is filled with all the best things. Isn't that just the cutest interactive card? Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, so let me show you the other ones. Okay, so here's the purple one, or the Fresh Freesia. Same birthday card, just different greetings. You can use a bunch of different greetings. And then here's the Christmas version. Thinking of you this festive season, be of good cheer. Jingle all the way, Merry Christmas, and it's that most wonderful time of the year. So cute. And then this one, what started it all was the chicken one. Now this one has a flap action to it because I used a piece of cardstock for the mechanism for the inside of the card. So that's where the envelope is replaced with the piece of cardstock to make the card flap open like that. So with the clear envelope, you're getting a little bit smoother of an action with the pull. Okay. All right, so if you have any questions, please let me know. That's what I'm here for. Also, I'll have all the items listed down below. Then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. And then, hey, if you like today's video, give me a thumbs up. Okay, we'll see you later. Bye.